Hello YouTube, MDH1029 here again, and today kind of a bit of a quick update and a review of a video game. I guess would be a good solution. For the quick update first, YouTube, you probably wondering out there in the YouTube viewers that I don't have much of, mostly the subscribers I have. You're probably wondering what took me so long to get back making a video here. Well, two reasons. One, Christmas time, Christmas family holiday and all that, with my family here in town and northern Kentucky and all that. So yeah, and kind of take a little downtime, just to get away from the YouTube community for a little bit and all that. um, so I am back, and I'm not gonna leave you all on an empty note. In terms of video game like review, I'm not gonna leave you all left out on this. But today, well, even though the last bit of DLC is not out for yet, um, I'm gonna decide. Well, first of all, I don't have an actual case for this game. I bought it on demand. So my review of WWE 2K17, and you can see there's no case for it, nothing like that. Like I said, I bought it on demand. Bought the deluxe edition. It was pretty cheap around that time during Black Friday and all that. Um, as for in terms of the game, WWE 2K17, I was really surprised they improved since 2K16. I was surprised they improved a good amount when I was surprised whatsoever that they improved a good ton. In terms of graphics and the grappling, the whole the elbow collar tie up grapple thing, just the right stick and all that, they somehow learned that you can't do that at the start of a match anymore. 2K17 decided to do that anytime, but not at the beginning of a match. And so that's so cool that I actually do like that whatsoever. As for gameplay, it's pretty interesting. It's still about the same as 2K16, but they added a couple of improvements here and there, but not too much to the extent. So in terms of all the DLC, the DLC is pretty interesting. But the main complaint that I had, that I heard from 2K developers and all that, on the WWE side of the 2K developers, that there was no 2K showcase this year, this 2K17. There was no 2K showcase for the cover star this year. I was like, well, I wonder why they did that. The main reason, because it will take forever, take a good amount of time to get the superstars, the superstars that used to face Brock Lesnar from the time of 2002 to the point of 2004. It will take them a good while just to get that process through. But they decided, just like, no, we're not gonna do it that way. We're gonna take a different route and not gonna put in my career, not my career, but the 2K showcase for the cover superstar this year, which is Brock Lesnar. But for my career this 2K17, it's a lot different. I mean, sure, you still got the same promos and backstage, but you could do the different promos out and in the ring and all that. The promo engine is pretty amazing, and I think they improved a hell of a lot with my career. They improved a lot of things I even didn't thought of, to be honest, in my honest life of playing video games and all that. So In the terms of my career, it's pretty amazing. And the strange thing is, though, the virtual currency purchases on the main menu, all the way towards the stores and all that, that you could actually purchase these different superstars and the arenas and the championship belts. But since I had the seasons pass along with the digital deluxe, I had the accelerator, so I just boom, I locked everything from there. Now, as for some of the DLC, um, the Legends pack, which was pretty interesting. She had Eddie Guerrero on the first time on the current gen version, which was pretty amazing with the new entrance and all that. And quite a few other superstars like Psycho Sid and Tatanka and a few others. There was also the NXT Enhancement Pack for the Xbox One and PS4, the NXT Legacy Pack for Xbox 360 and PS3. Now, the one for the PS4 and Xbox One, the Enhancement Pack, came with the three NXT superstars, which was Apollo Crews, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Nia Jax, along with a NXT booster that you gain 50% more VC, virtual currency, in-game virtual currency, that is, and while you're created superstar in my career is in NXT. Now, as for the three characters, I actually do like Shinsuke Nakamura. He's a pretty interesting character. He's been around for he's been around for over almost 10 months. He's been almost 10 months, more than that, a little more. And he's a really interesting character in 2K17. I actually do like the character for Nakamura. As for the next DLC, which was the new moves pack, there was pretty interesting moves in there that actually did like. Some of them were pretty interesting. Some of them I never even knew that they were that awesome. Now, as for January roll around, the Future Stars pack contained a few more NXT superstars and a few main roster WWE superstars. Now, as for this month alone, in February, the Hall of Fame showcase is going to be coming out sometime this month, I believe, off the top of my head. I believe so. And I'm surprised that they added a Big Boss Man to the Hall of Fame showcase. I mean, the Fabulous Freebirds, hey, that's not bad. I actually do like the Fabulous Freebirds. They were legendary in the Texas and all that, the Texas wrestling, along with the Von Erichs at the time. Couple of was it a match from SmackDown 2000 back in 2000 with two of the finest women's wrestlers I could ever imagine, the Big Boss Man and Prince Albert back at that time, versus the Big Show for the WWE Championship back at Armageddon 1999. And let's see, it had two different Stings 2K Showcase. One back in WCW, I don't remember which event it was, but there's also the Wolfpack Sting, which I'm actually surprised they're adding whatsoever. I'm surprised they actually going to add the Wolfpack Sting whatsoever. And maybe some an alternative outfit for Bret Hart from Halloween Havoc 1998. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting when that showcase comes out sometime this month. I'm looking forward to it. Now, as for some of the issues that it started out with, there was a lot of problems with 2K17 when it launched. And lucky, I was not one of the few that affected the save data corrupt. I was surprised because I had got about more than a month later after its release, and it had a lot of problems that need to be fixed along, like they now that 2K is taking care of more of the game, that they recently released a patch update here lately. I'll try to find a way to let's see, it was last week they added a patch for the game, and it's on the 2K forums. You won't find it on the 2K support. You won't find it on 2K support, but you can find it on the 2K forums that on 2K's WWE 2K's Twitter account, Twitter page, and all that. The latest update 1.06, they did a lot of they did a couple of fixes I can remember off the top of my head that I looked at. But as for the moves from all the different DLCs in terms of the legends and future stars and all that, they're pretty interesting. As for the My Career Kickstart, it's very simple actually. My Career Kickstart has been around since 2K15, I believe. And 2K17, has really improved a lot of it in terms of increasing your attributes all the way up to 90 until you have to pay in-game virtual currency just to increase it more. Which I was fine with that. I mean, I didn't mind it that much. Pretty simple overall. Now, as for the promo engine, it's really out there in terms of in the in-ring promo and everything else. It's pretty interesting actually. Interesting enough. You could do it in My Career, you could do it in Universe mode, that's about it. But they added a lot of different details in terms of gameplay, like some new major reversals from the top rope, that someone grapples you on the top rope and all that. You do a couple new major reversals and all that, which was pretty interesting, making it more lifelike, which I actually do like. The post outbreak in the match. I mean, I like that idea. I mean, I really wanted that for quite some time, but we already had like the breakout in the beginning, the entrance and all that. You could break down the entrance and all that in the mid ramp and all that, but it's strange enough you can do that during the end of the match, and you can do it in a tag team. Actually, you can do it in tag team matches for the entrance and post match outbreak that moment. As for the bridging the ladder moments, it's pretty amazing. The new table grapples and the finishes. They really took the ball and ran with that. I mean, I wanted something like that in a while, like a table finishers back in the game. And I was like, yes, they finally brought them back. Thank God. Just to make it more interesting and all that. As for the superstar, normal roster superstars, talk about like almost like over 100 at least, over 100, and you added in the Legends pack, the Future Stars pack, the NXT Enhancement pack. You talk about over almost, or at least a good ton of superstars to play as. Talking about a good amount of superstars to play as, in terms of all three of those superstars DLCs, along with the main roster itself. Now, the creative superstar is really creative creation suite in terms of everything. You create the superstars and all that. You actually create your own victory again, which I really wanted that for a long time. And this was not the first time they did it. They did it back in SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, I believe, back on the PlayStation 2. And I was surprised whatsoever that they brought that feature in. But it's not as creative as Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain, but it really took the ball there, man, with it. Now, as for community creations, there's so many people that create so good stuff. The arenas, I actually do like that people create, because I actually get to enjoy these different arenas and that people create. It's really fun. Now, as for the online feature, it was broken broken as a mess to begin with. At least they had to do was to with every patch they had to make that stability a lot better, and which they did here with the recent patch. And they did that, they did a better job on the stability of the game online wise, and having issues of people dropping out, lagged out whatsoever, not on out of nowhere in terms of sure they have good internet and all that, but they somehow dropped out. Dropped out. That's be a better way to put it. Dropped out, and yeah, just the online issue had problems in the beginning of 2K17, and at least they're fixing it over time with all the different patches whatsoever. Now you're probably wondering, why am I wearing this fedora? Since I've been talking for the past good few minutes, you're probably wondering why I got this fedora, because I love fedoras. So there's your answer right there. Now back to the game. The options, they actually changed they actually give you an option for the submission mini game, which I actually did like the idea of switching from the right stick mini game to the button mashing. I was like, yes, thank God they brought back the button mashing. I was like, thank God. So yeah. The match types, they're pretty good, especially now in Fast Count Anywheres and Extreme Rules, I believe, off my head. You could go fight in the backstage again, thank God. I've been wanting that for the longest time since I first played Shut Your Mouth. I was like, man, come on now, be honest, guys. We really wanted it back, and we got it back in 2K17. But this time, you can only fight in a specific portion of the crowd. Yeah, it's really out there. I mean, it's pretty interesting, actually. I do like that idea they did, and it's pretty fun. I have to admit, pretty fun. Now, as for the Paul Heyman Guy Challenge, it's just that you gotta complete one main objective or few of the sub objectives. So you gotta complete one of the main objectives or complete a series of the sub objectives to become that Paul Heyman guy. And that's pretty cool. I mean, if you accept the offer, you're a Paul Heyman guy. But if you don't, you face the wrath of Brock Lesnar, which is pretty interesting, actually. Now, to be honest, I think 2K17 has a great overflawed like gameplay and everything else in between. And it was just the online started out bad. The online started out bad, really not good bad, but bad. You know what I'm saying? But let's just be honest. Let's just be honest on one thing. Who thought that using in-game virtual currency to purchase the other superstars in the arenas and championships, who thought that was a good idea? But at least with the accelerator, you can unlock all that in a snap. Now, as for the music jukebox, I'm surprised they didn't do much music this time in terms of actual soundtrack. It was like 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 on the top of my head. But that's when the entrance tracks come in from the different superstars and all that. You could add in to that jukebox, and you can actually make a good variety of music along with the in-game soundtrack, which is pretty good actually. So yeah, out of everything I could think of in terms of 2K17, WWE 2K17, for my rating, I give it none other than a 4.5 out of 5. Alright, this is MDH1029 signing out. See ya.